So, what did I do over the weekend? Well, I went out to the theater. I saw cinema. I saw movies. Well, I saw a singular movie. But these movies have a shared relation in some aspects, so we're going to talk about two movies. That's right. I saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie, but I also saw Project Hail Mary. Now, I have a lot of things to say about Mario, so let's really quickly just talk about Project Hail Mary. This right now is my movie of the year. I absolutely loved Project Hail Mary. I went in with no expectations, no knowledge of anything about the movie. I saw the trailer, I forgot all about it, so when I went in, it felt like a blind experience. I knew absolutely nothing. It had me locked in, had my hand just pressed, just locked in, like ready for whatever this movie's gonna go. The pacing flew by. Wasn't even thinking of it because the story was so engaging. I love the characters. I love the writing too. Like, I know some people have been saying the writing is very Avengers Marvel coded, but I thought the writing was good. The acting as well, like the actors are selling this, and especially Ryan Gosling. He did a tremendous job in this movie. Like, he did a really good job. And yeah, there's a lot I want to say about this movie, but I feel like the best way to experience it is to go in just kind of blind. Just go in and watch it. I think it's a really fun movie. Had me almost in tears at one point. I was crushed at one point in this movie. If you watch the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's one point where something happens, my heart rate was spiking, and I was like on the edge of tears for like 5 minutes. Like, hey, you gonna go back to that plot real quick? I'm crushed. But it was really good, and I gotta talk about this. You know how I am when it comes to IMAX. I am an IMAX diehard. I'm a fanboy, and this movie was in a IMAX 70mm presentation. I was very fortunate that I was able to go see it in that again. Any chance I can, I will go see it in IMAX 70mm. Now, this one's a different situation. Oppenheimer and all the Chris Nolan movies, those are filmed specifically in the IMAX film format with 70mm. Project Hail Mary was filmed digitally, and then it was processed back into film again, which is the backwards end of it, but it still looked really good. Like, great looking movie, beautiful visuals. It looked great on film. Every time I can just go into a theater and hear the projector just rolling, it always brings a big smile on my face, because there are a lot of more theaters and boutique theaters that are doing more 35mm presentations, but for a majority of theaters, everything has gone digital. But there's something about film being projected that I just love the realness of it. I love the grit. I love seeing the little grain, the little things that kind of change in the reel as it gets played over and over across like the weeks. Like, I love that. I'm a sucker for that. Like, yeah, it's not going to be the sharpest, it's not going to be the brightest, it's not going to have the HDR, but it has this character to it that really makes the movie pop in a way that's very special. And I think with a movie like this, it works really well to its benefit. Like, I loved it. This movie, great. Like, honestly, in all aspects, like on a technical level, a lot of things were done practically. It looked great. You could feel the practicality inside there. A lot of the editing was really well done with the back and forth of how the story was told. Cinematography was excellent. Loved the cinematography, especially seeing it in 70mm IMAX where it's going through the 1:4:3 aspect ratio. Like, great there. Loved it. Music, also really well done. I've said enough about it. I'm gushing. Love this movie. High recommendation. It was a 5 out of 5 for me. I left that theater so energized. I was like, I'm gonna go to the movie. This should be pretty cool. To, oh man, I gotta tell everyone I know about this movie. The second they bring this thing back in IMAX after the Mario Galaxy run, I need to go see it 8 more times. It was that good. So Project Hail Mary ruled. Space, it's scary. It's got a lot of things in there we don't understand. Speaking of a lot of things we don't understand about space, we have the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, I actually was a defender of the first Mario movie that came out. No, not that Mario movie, but you know what? I will defend that one too. That is a good movie. But no, this Mario movie here, I saw that one in theaters. I thought it was good. I liked it. You know, there are some things about it I had issues with, but he's like, you know what? I think it's a fine movie. I think if they fix a lot of the issues in the sequel, it should help. Definitely much more. I'll say this. I thought Super Mario Galaxy, I thought it was nice. It was a cute little movie. Had some cool moments. There's some stuff that, like, you know, got me hype. But my biggest issue with the first movie was that the pacing was like so fast. Like scenes just like went like super quick. And this movie is the same thing. Just super fast paced, just zooms. Like it almost feels a little faster too, and how quick some of these scenes go. Like there's no time to breathe. This movie starts at 100 and it just stays at that level. Like you get little moments here and there where it's like, ooh, all right, we're doing something here, and then ooh, we're back into it. No time to breathe. Like we gotta move on. No time to waste. Let's go. So that was the thing. Like the pacing was kind of all over the place. You know, if we're talking character usage, Rosalina, listen, love that character. She was not in this movie a lot. I was like, damn, they did Brie Larson so dirty. She's a diehard Mario Galaxy fan. I stand by her with that. And they did her dirty. She's in this movie, like, someone counted, it's like 10 minutes and 43 seconds. It's like, damn, like you almost had the same amount of runtime as Joker and Suicide Squad. You can't be doing that in the Mario Galaxy movie. You know, I guess we're going to talk theoretical spoilers. So if you don't want to hear spoilers on the Mario Galaxy movie, I guess go to his point right here. But we're going to start talking about some specific key moments I got to bring up now. The second Toad was like, come on, Fox, do a barrel roll. I'm like, shut up. Like, it's done so on the nose. It's not even funny. It's like, oh, they referenced it. Like, I knew they were going to reference it. They referenced it earlier in the movie. Fox does it earlier in the movie, but you know what? I'll take it there. I was like, okay, cute little nod to the moment. But doing it twice in the movie, and the way that Toad said it was so like, come on, Fox, do a barrel roll. Like, I was almost expecting him to turn his head and look at the screen. Like, yeah, remember that line? Y'all liked the joke on that line. That line didn't do much for me. I was kind of like, eh. I think the changing of Peach's backstory and Rosalina's is an interesting concept. I know people online furious, mad. Like people have been heated over that. Like you'd think it was like some serious like thing going on. It's like, oh, I'm fucking pissed. I'm not watching this movie. What'd they do? They made Rosalina and Peach sisters. That's not what I want out of my Mario. I'm like, that's okay. It didn't bother me. I'm like, I always consider the movie and the games two separate entities, not as a conjoined thing. Like the canon of the games and the canon of the movie are separate. So like you just separate from that and you're fine. Honestly, when it comes to anything Nintendo, you really should stay away from anything when it comes to story and canon, outside of a very few limited series, because for the most part, that thing gets jacked. Shoot, look at the Legend of Zelda canon. They change it every 5 games. They're like, oh, Minish Cap's kind of the first one. Nah, Skyward Sword's the first. Well, you know, technically this game, it's like you can't go off canon and things. Like that Zelda movie is gonna be that times 20. People are gonna be like, oh well, why'd they retcon that? Like I can't believe they undid that change. They go play the game. It's still there. I just don't get deep in the canon of these like Nintendo games. It's fascinating, but you know, I ain't pulling hairs over it. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be reviewing a Mario movie. There are things I liked way more with this movie, I would say. When it came to the music in that first movie, it used a lot of licensed tracks, which I wasn't too big on. It just took me out of the movie too much. It's like, why didn't you just use more of the score? Because Brian Taylor's score in that first movie was excellent. It was so good. Like there were so many like little cues and nods in there in the score, and it was done really well. And there's a lot of score that he did in the movie that was only on the soundtrack that got replaced by the stupid licensed music that fits the scene 100 times better. So I'm just like, man, why didn't they just stick with that? And thankfully for this movie, the mixing of the licensed music in this is like switched. There's much more of the Brian Taylor soundtrack than there is licensed tracks, which is a great change because the soundtrack in this movie throws down. It throws down hard. When fucking Fox came in, they start playing that theme. I was like, I want to start standing up applauding. It's like, they're gonna kick me out the theater, but it's like, nah, I want to stand up. I'm like, hey, my boy on the big screen, you hear this 8.17 surround sound? Like, beautiful. Like that I love. Music in this movie kicked ass. But yeah, they're like the performances for the most part, they're about the same. Like, I didn't have much of an issue with them. They all did their thing. Like, even Chris Pratt, but like, it's fine. Like, it's nothing to get like upset over. Like, I thought it was about the same as the first movie for me. Like, I think right now, off the top of my head, if I just had to pick one, I would say this one I like a little bit more, just because it's got Star Fox in there. Just like, you know, brother's starving. Like, I've been wanting new Star Fox stuff and just seeing that character for a long time. So anything I can get, I will take. So I'd probably give it the edge there. I know people online have been saying like, this is the worst movie I've seen this year. This is a disgrace. This movie is shit. Which is like, you know, I understand you ain't gonna feel it, but I'm like, if this is the worst movie you've seen this year, shoot, go see Return to Silent Hill. If you really want to see a bad movie. Because if this is the worst movie you've seen, like, shoot, go see some more movies. I can understand being like, it's a little too hyperactive, it's a little too like fast and wasn't my cup of tea. But worst of all time, like, I ain't gonna believe you. Go watch Borderlands. Then come back to me on that one. But, you know, for what it was fine. There's definitely gonna be more of these movies because they teased Daisy. They also teased Star Fox. I'm like, can we please get something Star Fox? Can we get a game? Can we get an anime? Can we get anything? No? Oh. But I don't know, like, there's probably way more I could say about this Mario movie. I'm just like kind of at a blank right now. Because I don't want to just describe the whole movie. Like, oh, I could talk about that Luma that said fuck. And it kind of had me question for a second. Like, wait, did that Luma just swear? And I was like, maybe it was my ears. And when I went on Twitter, everyone was talking about it. I was like, okay, you know, it wasn't just my hearing. It wasn't just my, like, deaf ears falling on. It was like, no, it actually was saying that. Or the weird shot where you can see Mario and Luigi without gloves on, which was very off-putting. You know, seeing Mario and Luigi without gloves is like seeing Sonic without shoes. I'm like, I don't need to see that image or even have an image in my brain. Like, just have them keep the things they have on traditionally. There's a lot of Mario 2 characters in there. I got to see Wart. That was good. They did like a whole Mario 3 little montage. That was sick. They did an awful Mario Maker joke that I didn't even pick up on until someone said it, and I was like, oh no. But, yeah, I'm just trailing on now. But yeah, Mario Galaxy movie, I gave it this review. I gave it this score, 3 out of 5. You know, fine movie. I had a good time with it. I thought it was cute. You know, I think kids will like it. You know, some people might like it. Some people are probably gonna hate it. You know, it is what it is. Maybe when it comes to Mario 3, when they do 64, maybe then we'll finally get the perfect movie. Maybe this the third time's the charm on there, where everything will line up and the pieces will start to come into play. But you know, only time will tell. But yeah, I think that's enough. I think I've talked enough about space for one video. I guess I'll end it off there. So yeah, in short, Project Hail Mary, 10 out of 10 movie. Go see it in theaters. Super Mario Galaxy, go see it. Go play the game too. Yeah, that's all I got to say. But you know, as always, I'm John, GWC, Gamingwithclass, and that's what I did over the weekend. See ya.